In a minimalist bedroom, Alina watches Graham pack, her gaze a silent, analytical study of his precise movements. Graham meticulously selects a navy sweater, his actions a practiced ritual in the quiet morning. He then chooses a specific cologne, each item a deliberate choice and a silent departure. The silver wedding band on his finger catches the soft morning light, a fleeting glint of commitment. With a deliberate motion, he removes the band, placing it carefully into the duffel bag. The air thick with an unspoken ritual, Alina's silent watch continues, heavy with unspoken meaning. Sunlight floods a pristine kitchen, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air as Alina stands by the window, a steaming cup of coffee in hand. Her gaze, intense and unwavering, follows Graham's car as it backs out of the driveway, disappearing into the morning light. The ensuing silence is not empty, but heavy with a palpable sense of quiet, steely determination, a resolve etched on Alina's face. With deliberate, measured movements, Alina turns, her focus shifting from the window to the counter, where a tablet awaits. The tablet's screen flickers to life, revealing a credit card tracking application, its glow reflecting in Alina's determined eyes. Alina drives a nondescript car along the highway, the landscape a blur of motion. Her eyes, intense and focused, betray a deeper purpose beneath her calm exterior. The soft gray sky mirrors the controlled emotions on her face, a canvas of subtle tension. She maintains a steady, calculated distance, her hands firm on the steering wheel. A silent pursuit unfolds, driven by an unyielding curiosity, not by frantic panic. The road stretches endlessly before her, a path to an unknown destination, her resolve unwavering. Alina's rental car glides silently through the hushed streets of an affluent coastal town, shrouded in a delicate morning fog. Sleek, modern architecture emerges from the mist, its clean lines hinting at understated wealth and meticulous design. The town breathes an air of curated solitude, a haven where prosperity is felt rather than flaunted. Early fog softens the sharp edges of grand homes, creating an ethereal, almost dreamlike atmosphere. Each building stands as a testament to quiet luxury, its presence a whisper of privilege in the tranquil morning. Graham's car glides to a halt before a sleek, modern beach house, its expansive glass walls mirroring the bright sun. The wind whispers through tall grass, a solitary sound echoing the isolation of the scene. From a discreet distance, Alina watches, her car partially hidden by coastal foliage. Her gaze, sharp and unwavering, remains fixed on the distant house, a silent observer in the coastal quiet. The beach house door creaks open, revealing a woman of striking resemblance to Alina. Her presence a quiet echo, her dark hair, poised posture, and controlled elegance mirror Alina's, a disconcerting familiarity. She wears a white linen dress, a stark visual parallel to Alina's distinctive wardrobe choices. Graham offers a cheek kiss, a familiar greeting devoid of passion, hinting at a complex, understated relationship. Through expansive glass, Alina watches a dining table, eerily identical to her own, dominating the room. An abstract painting on the wall mirrors one hanging in her own house, a chilling echo. A dog bowl sits on the floor, and a familiar breed of dog laps from it, a twist of the knife. Alina's expression remains cool, a mask of control over a dawning, terrifying realization. A cold dread settles deep within her, a silent scream trapped behind her composed facade. The scene unfolds before her, a haunting reflection of her own life, a perfect, terrifying mimicry. At the sun-drenched beach house dining table, Graham and a woman share soft laughter, their comfort a palpable, easy rhythm. Her fingers, delicate and sure, reach across the table, intertwining with Graham's in a tender embrace. Alina watches, a silent observer, her eyes fixed on the intimate gesture. A ghost of intimacy, a memory of her own touch, flickers across Alina's face. The gesture, once hers, now belongs to another, a painful echo of a past connection. Alina's gaze holds a complex mix of longing and resignation, as their shared moments become measured and scheduled. As twilight deepens, Alina waits, shrouded in the deepening shadows, a silent sentinel in the encroaching night. The beach house glows softly in the distance, its warm lights casting an inviting, yet deceptive, glow into the darkness. A whisper of wind rustles through the surrounding vegetation, a subtle accompaniment to her meticulously planned approach. Alina moves with a deliberate, unhurried pace, each step a calculated measure toward her unseen objective. Her eyes, sharp and focused, are fixed on the house, a silent predator closing in on its unsuspecting prey. Alina stands on the porch of the beach house, the ocean breeze a cool caress against her skin as night deepens. The door creaks open, revealing a duplicate woman, her features an unsettling mirror of Alina's own. Up close, the uncanny resemblance is even more pronounced, a chilling reflection in the dim light. The duplicate woman's gaze is calm, her composure unnervingly serene, a stark contrast to the unsettling revelation. Alina's breath hitches, her mind racing to comprehend the impossible image before her. In the beach house foyer, Alina stands, her gaze fixed on the woman before her, dissecting every feature. The woman's face is a mask of neutrality, her expression unreadable, her posture perfectly calm. Alina's eyes, sharp and searching, probe the woman's serene facade for any flicker of emotion. The air crackles with unspoken tension as the woman's composure remains unbroken. A soft voice breaks the silence. "Can I help you?" In the beach house foyer, Alina's gaze locks onto the woman, a silent challenge in her eyes. The air between them crackles with unspoken tension, thick and heavy like a gathering storm. Alina breaks the silence, her voice edged with curiosity and suspicion. "You live here full-time?" The woman meets her gaze, a flicker of defiance in her eyes as she simply replies, "Yes." A beat of silence stretches, the unspoken questions hanging heavy in the air between them. Alina's expression hardens, a new understanding dawning in her eyes, deepening the mystery. In the beach house foyer, Alina leans forward, her eyes intensely scrutinizing the woman's face, searching for a hidden truth. The woman, though under Alina's intense gaze, maintains a placid, unreadable expression, her composure unwavering. A palpable tension hangs heavy in the air, thick with unspoken history, as Alina's voice cuts through. "With Graham?" The woman's calm reply. "He visits once a year," only deepens the mystery between them. In the beach house foyer, Alina stands rigid, her body a coiled spring of tension, her eyes fixed on the woman. The woman's stern expression softens, a subtle shift in her features. As she gazes back at Alina, a fleeting flicker of sympathy crosses the woman's eyes, a momentary breach in her composure. Alina's voice, raw with emotion, cuts through the silence. "Why?" The woman's response hangs in the air, a decisive and chilling declaration. "To decide." A surgical silence descends upon the beach house foyer, thick with unspoken tension. Alina's mind races, desperately trying to process the implications of the heavy moment. Her eyes dart, searching for a hidden meaning, a decipherable truth in the unsaid. Her voice cuts through the stillness, a desperate plea. "Decide what?" The woman steps aside, her hand a silent invitation into the unknown depths of the house. Alina's jaw tightens, her resolve hardening like steel against the looming deception. The woman's voice, a chilling whisper, cuts through the tension. "You should ask him." With a grim determination, Alina steps into the meticulously duplicated life, a world of unsettling familiarity. Alina steps into the living room, a silent presence in the dimly lit space. Graham stands by the large glass window, his back to her, a still silhouette against the night. He does not turn, his posture betraying a quiet, unshocked acknowledgement of her arrival. No frantic scrambling, only a profound, almost weary awareness hangs in the air between them. In the beach house living room, Graham turns, his face a mask of unsettling calm, utterly devoid of surprise. His eyes hold a dark knowledge, betraying no shock at an unexpected presence. A chilling stillness hangs in the air as he finally speaks, his voice a low, heavy pronouncement. "You weren't supposed to come," Graham states, sealing a fate with his words. In the beach house living room, Alina's head tilts, a subtle act of defiance. Her eyes hold a glint of challenge, her expression unyielding. She speaks with quiet force, her voice filled with a knowing certainty. "I wasn't supposed to know," Alina states, her words hanging in the air with unspoken weight. In the beach house living room, Graham exhales slowly, a heavy sigh escaping his lips, a sound of profound resignation. His shoulders slump, a subtle yet undeniable admission of defeat etched into his posture. His voice, tinged with a desperate plea, breaks the silence. "It's not what you think." Alina stands before him, her gaze unwavering, a silent, unyielding disbelief radiating from her eyes. Her steady, unconvinced stare pierces through his words, leaving them hanging in the tense air. In the quiet living room of the beach house, Alina stands, her posture rigid, a storm brewing in her eyes. Her voice, though quiet, carries a sharp edge, slicing through the stillness of the air. The accusation in her tone hangs heavy, a palpable weight in the silent room. Her gaze, unwavering and intense, pierces through the tension. No? Then explain why you built a second version of my life, she demands, her voice trembling with restrained fury. Inside the beach house, Graham's voice drops to a near whisper, a confession hanging heavy in the air. He averts his gaze, unable to meet her eyes, his face etched with a hollow, distant look. The weight of his words, because marriage changes people, feels strangely absent, lacking true conviction. His confession, almost an apology, seems to dissipate into the quiet room, leaving an unsettling stillness. A profound sense of emptiness pervades the space, reflecting the unspoken truths between them. In the beach house living room, Alina stands, her body rigid and tense, a statue carved from expectation. Her gaze, sharp and unwavering, fixes on an unseen point, demanding a revelation. The silence in the room stretches, thick and heavy, a palpable weight pressing down on everything. Each second ticks by, amplifying the unbearable tension that crackles in the air around her. The unspoken demand hangs in the air, a silent plea for an answer, a resolution. Alina's voice, a tight whisper, finally breaks the silence. And inside the beach house, a tense silence hangs heavy in the air, broken only by the distant murmur of the ocean. Graham's eyes, usually guarded, flicker with a raw, fleeting vulnerability as they finally meet mine. The words he speaks are not just sounds, but a cold, calculated cruelty that slices through the fragile quiet. Each syllable lands with the crushing weight of betrayal, echoing in the confined space of the living room. His voice, a low rumble, delivers the devastating question, and I wanted to know which version of you I'd grow old with. The air thickens with the unspoken pain, a chasm opening between us with every word. In the beach house living room, Alina's voice, a mere whisper of disbelief, hangs heavy in the air. She confronts Graham, her eyes wide with a mix of shock and betrayal. Graham stands before her, a stoic figure, his expression unyielding and resolute. Alina's voice, barely audible, pierces the tense silence. You made a contingency plan. Graham's gaze meets hers, unwavering, as he confirms, yes. The unspoken weight of his confession settles between them, thick and suffocating. In the beach house living room, the duplicate woman stands in silent, unsettling reflection behind Alina. Alina, her back still turned, feels the chilling weight of an unspoken, terrifying truth in the air. The duplicate's voice, soft and almost empathetic, cuts through the stillness. He never promised permanence. Slowly, Alina turns, a new layer of profound betrayal etched onto her face as the words sink in. Her eyes, once hopeful, now burn with the painful comprehension of the duplicate's stark revelation. Inside the beach house living room, Alina stands frozen, her gaze locked on a duplicate of herself, the air crackling. The unspoken tension hangs heavy, a silent battle of wills in the charged atmosphere. Alina's voice, barely a whisper, cuts through the quiet. You knew about me. The duplicate's eyes hold a chilling stillness as it responds with a single, stark word, yes. A profound revelation dawns on Alina's face, her world shifting beneath her feet. In the beach house living room, Alina's gaze darts between them, a dawning horror in her wide, searching eyes. Her expression shifts, a profound understanding beginning to settle on her features, revealing a painful truth. Her eyes, wide with a desperate need for answers, betray her inner turmoil. A silent plea hanging in the air. A single heart-wrenching question escapes her lips, barely a whisper. Does he choose? The silence stretches, heavy and suffocating, as Alina's raw vulnerability hangs exposed. The woman stands still, her silence an ominous answer, deepening Alina's visible despair. In the beach house living room, the woman's voice, devoid of emotion, finally breaks the tension. Her single word hangs in the air, a devastating confirmation of Graham's elaborate deception. The revelation lands like a final, crushing blow, shattering any remaining hope. A profound silence descends, surgical in its precision, cutting deep into the heart of the room. The systematic nature of Graham's betrayal is laid bare, leaving a void of disbelief and pain. Her voice, a mere whisper, confirms the agonizing truth. Every year. In the beach house living room, Alina turns, her gaze locking onto Graham, a tempest of emotions brewing within her. Her eyes, a turbulent sea, reflect a deep well of hurt, a silent accusation hanging heavy in the air. Beneath the pain, a nascent, steely resolve hardens her expression, a new strength emerging from the depths. Her voice, though steady, is a fragile shield, barely concealing the raging turmoil threatening to break free. She confronts him, her words cutting through the tension. And this year, the question hangs heavy, a challenge echoing in the charged silence of the room. In the beach house living room, Graham's eyes dart between Alina and her duplicate, a silent acknowledgement of a game transformed. His gaze, once decisive, now flickers with uncertainty. As the gravity of the situation settles upon him, the air crackles with unspoken tension, revealing that the familiar rules no longer apply. A profound shift has occurred. The power to decide is no longer solely Graham's, but shared. In the beach house living room, Alina's hand trembles as she begins to remove her silver wedding ring. The ring, a gleaming circle, slips slowly from her finger, catching the ambient light. The metal glints, a stark, painful symbol of a union fracturing, its shine reflecting her inner turmoil. Her eyes, filled with a profound sorrow, focus on the ring, a silent farewell to shared dreams. With deliberate, almost ritualistic slowness, she places the ring onto the polished surface of the dining table. The ring rests alone on the table, a cold, metallic testament to an end, a new beginning. Inside the beach house, Alina stands firm, her gaze unwavering, a silent battle of wills about to erupt. The air crackles with unspoken tension, a palpable weight pressing down on the room. Her eyes, sharp and resolute, betray no hint of compromise. Alina's quiet statement carries the full weight of a definitive, unyielding decision. Her voice cuts through the silence. "You don't get to audition me." Alina turns, her back ramrod straight, a silent declaration of defiance in her posture. Each step she takes is firm and deliberate, echoing the turmoil within her soul. She moves relentlessly towards the front door, the only exit from this surreal nightmare. Behind her, Graham and the duplicate woman remain frozen, eerie statues in a duplicated room. The air crackles with unspoken tension as Alina prepares to sever ties with the unsettling scene. She leaves them in a silent, duplicated room, stepping into an unknown future, leaving the past behind. Alina pauses, her hand resting gently on the door frame, a silent testament to a moment of profound gravity. She turns her head just slightly, her gaze unwavering, a silent challenge in her eyes. Her voice, a quiet tremor, delivers a final, impactful statement that hangs heavy in the air. Her words, like a cold promise, echo, "Next year, there won't be a choice." The lingering silence after her declaration is thick with unspoken implications, a future irrevocably altered. Alina emerges from the beach house, stepping into the cool night air that offers a stark contrast to the stifling warmth she left behind. The soft glow from inside the house outlines her determined silhouette as she begins to walk away, a figure of resolute departure. With each step, she moves further into the encompassing darkness of the coastal night, her form growing less distinct. The gentle whisper of the ocean breeze carries the scent of salt and freedom as she continues her silent journey. She never once glances back, her resolve unwavering as she leaves her past behind in the fading light. Her silhouette finally merges with the deep, inky blackness of the night, disappearing completely into the unknown. Alina's rental car cuts through the quiet, fog-shrouded streets of the coastal town, barely visible in the mist. The thick, swirling fog obscures the road ahead, a ghostly veil over the path. Her eyes, sharp and focused, pierce through the gloom, seeing what others cannot. A subtle, knowing smile plays on her lips, hinting at a secret held close in the eerie night. In the inky darkness of the rental car, Alina's face is illuminated by the eerie glow of her phone screen. Her fingers, trembling slightly, scroll through the details of a recently completed real estate transaction. The stark white text on the screen details the cold, hard facts of the sale. A specific address leaps out, a chilling revelation that tightens Alina's grip on the phone. It is the house directly next door, a silent sentinel to Graham's new replacement life. A gasp escapes her lips, a silent scream of disbelief and dawning horror in the desolate night. 12 years earlier, a youthful Alina, her face alight with optimism, stands on the porch, waving goodbye. Graham walks away from the house, a backpack slung over his shoulder, his figure receding into the distance. He disappears around a bend in the road, leaving Alina's unwavering smile behind. Her radiant smile, a testament to her complete trust, remains fixed on the empty road. Sunlight streams into a bedroom, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air. A beautiful but melancholy scene. Alina sits on the edge of the bed, her fingers tracing the delicate embroidery of a pillowcase, lost in thought. A quiet sadness envelops Alina, her posture bearing the subtle weight of unspoken grief. Her eyes drift to the empty space beside her on the bed, a poignant void in the sunlit room. A flicker of understanding, almost acceptance, crosses Alina's face as she gazes at the vacant spot. Sunlight streams into a once vibrant kitchen, now stark, revealing the first hairline cracks in a merit. Alina moves with clinical efficiency, preparing a meal, her movements precise but devoid of warmth. The ease that once defined their interactions has vanished, replaced by an unsettling distance. Their conversations, once spontaneous, now feel carefully scheduled, their intimacy structured and cold. Though physically close, the space between them has grown vast, a chasm of unspoken words. The quiet tension in the kitchen is palpable, a silent testament to a love fading into the past. In the bedroom, Alina watches Graham pack, his meticulous movements, a silent performance of departure. He folds a navy sweater with careful precision, a ritual before an unknown journey. A spray of cologne, then the glint of a silver watch fastened, each action deliberate. Alina observes, a silent witness to a performance that hints at a deeper, unspoken truth. Sunlight streams through the rental car windshield, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air, a serene yet charged atmosphere. Alina, her face a mask of intense focus, meticulously tracks Graham's credit card transactions on her laptop. Each purchase, a small, digital breadcrumb, is precisely logged into her system. Her fingers move with a chilling precision across the keyboard, every action deliberate and controlled. Her expression remains unnervingly neutral, devoid of any emotional panic, a stark contrast to the urgency of her task. The quiet hum of the laptop fills the car, a backdrop to Alina's relentless pursuit, a silent, unyielding hunt. Through Alina's windshield, the quaint coastal town emerges, a silent tableau of muted, pastel hues. The town's tranquil appearance hints at an understated affluence, a world of quiet charm. Each building, each street seems meticulously arranged, like a stage awaiting its grand performance. A sense of anticipation hangs in the air, a hushed prelude to the unfolding drama. The gentle light of day bathes the scene, enhancing its ethereal and almost dreamlike quality. Alina's gaze sweeps over the town, a silent observer on the cusp of an unknown narrative. The morning sun gleams off the sleek, modern beach house, a beacon of glass and light against the shore. Alina approaches, her eyes wide with a mixture of awe and apprehension as she takes in its grandeur for the first time. The house is clean, sharp lines and transparent walls reveal glimpses of the life within, a silent invitation. Its glass surfaces reflect the endless blue sky and shimmering sea, blurring the line between structure and nature. The architectural marvel stands, an open book, promising to unveil the stories held within its transparent embrace. The duplicate woman opens the door, revealing a hauntingly familiar figure. Alina's breath catches, her eyes widening in a shock of recognition. It is not identity, but a curated similarity that stuns her. A meticulously crafted echo. The white linen dress, a perfect replica, mirrors her own, amplifying the unsettling illusion. Alina's eyes dart around the sun-drenched living room, her gaze sweeping over each familiar object with an unsettling intensity. The elegant dining table, a vibrant abstract painting, and a humble dog bowl all register in her unsettlingly quick scan. A sudden, icy shiver snakes down Alina's spine, a palpable wave of unease washing over her as she takes in the scene. The room, once a sanctuary, now seems to hold a chilling secret, its familiarity twisting into something deeply unsettling for Alina. Inside the sun-drenched beach house, the air hums with the soft, easy laughter of Graham and the duplicate. A comfortable rhythm settles between them, their joy a stark contrast to the silence within me. I watch a silent observer as her hand reaches for his, a familiar gesture. It echoes Alina's past affection for me, a ghost of memory that twists in my gut. Their intertwined hands, a poignant reminder of what once was, and what now is a painful reflection. Under the cloak of night, Alina crouches low, concealed by the tall, swaying grass, her presence a secret in the dark. The distant beach house glows softly, a beacon of peace that mocks the turmoil within Alina. The wind whispers through the rustling blades of grass, a lonely presence echoing Alina's inner unraveling. Alina's face is etched with a somber, unreadable expression, hidden in the shadows, a soul adrift in the night. In the quiet night, Alina's hand hovers before the beach house door, a silent battle of hesitation. A flicker of resolve crosses her face, her determination hardening with each passing second. With a firm push, her finger presses the doorbell, a decisive action echoing in the stillness. The crisp chime of the bell cuts through the air, reverberating with an unspoken tension. In the beach house foyer, the duplicate woman stands with serene composure, her gaze mirroring Alina's, yet subtly different. A palpable tension hangs in the air, thick and suffocating, as unspoken questions linger between them. Her eyes, though identical to Alina's, hold a deeper, more unsettling secret within their depths. Polite but pointed questions are exchanged, each word a subtle thrust in a silent, dangerous battle. In the beach house foyer, Alina's eyes narrow, her gaze unwavering as she challenges the woman, a storm brewing within her. The woman, unperturbed, maintains a practiced composure, her answers unflinching, a mask of calm over hidden depths. Alina's voice cuts through the air. "Do you live here full-time? And what exactly is your relationship with Graham?" A beat of silence hangs heavy, charged with unspoken tension and simmering anticipation. The woman's reply is cool, deliberate. "I do, and Graham and I are engaged." Alina's eyes flash, a mixture of shock and betrayal, twisting her features as the revelation sinks in. In the beach house foyer, the woman's words hang heavy, a silent verdict in the tense air. Alina's face, a mask of rigid control, conceals a storm of inner turmoil. The revelation of Graham's annual visits, to decide, lands with the force of a physical blow. Her composure threatens to shatter, a tremor of vulnerability beneath her stoic facade. The unspoken truth hangs between them, a crushing weight in the otherwise still room. In the beach house foyer, Alina stands, her eyes locked on him, a silent demand for his decision. The woman beside Alina casts a sympathetic glance, a silent understanding passing between them. Alina's gaze intensifies, her unspoken question hanging heavy in the air. The air crackles with unspoken tension as Alina awaits his answer, her fate in his hands. In the beach house foyer, the woman steps aside, her steady gaze a silent invitation into a web of deceit. Her eyes challenge Alina, daring her to step into the unfolding deception. An unspoken dare hangs in the air, pushing Alina to confront the unsettling truth. The woman's unwavering stare is a silent gauntlet, compelling Alina forward into the unknown. Moonlight streams through vast windows, illuminating dust motes dancing in the silent beach house living room. Alina stands rigid, her eyes fixed on Graham, her presence a storm brewing in the quiet night. Graham, settled in an armchair, remains impassive, his expression a mask of calm indifference. His gaze meets Alina's, a silent challenge in the unreadable depths of his eyes. The air crackles with an unspoken tension, thick and suffocating, a prelude to conflict. Their confrontation hangs heavy, an inevitable collision of wills in the moonlit room. Soft ocean light spills into the living room, revealing dust motes dancing in the air. Graham stands rigid, his shoulders tight with an unspoken tension. A heavy silence hangs between them, thick with unsaid words. Graham's voice cuts through the quiet. "You weren't supposed to come." In the beach house living room, Alina stands rigid, her gaze fixed, a silent assertion of her right to the truth. The air crackles with unspoken accusations, heavy and suffocating. Her eyes, wide and unwavering, betray a deep-seated hurt and fierce resolve. A tremor of indignation crosses her face, yet her posture remains unyielding. Her voice, a hushed whisper of betrayal, cuts through the tension. "I wasn't supposed to know." In the beach house living room, Graham's body language stiffens, betraying his attempt to downplay the situation. His eyes dart nervously, searching for an escape from the palpable tension. Alina's piercing gaze, sharp and unwavering, fixes upon him, a silent judgment. She listens, her expression unyielding, as Graham desperately tries to explain. "It's not what you think." His words hang in the air, hollow and unconvincing, as Alina's gaze cuts through his plea. A single, dismissive look from Alina speaks volumes, silencing Graham's desperate attempt. In the beach house living room, Alina's face contorts with raw emotion, her eyes desperately searching for an answer. The unspoken question hangs between them, a heavy, suffocating weight in the air. Her voice, thick with accusation, pierces the silence. "Then explain why you built a second version of my life." Her gaze remains fixed, demanding an explanation for an unimaginable betrayal. In the beach house living room, Graham stands, his voice a tremor, the air thick with unspoken tension. His gaze, avoiding mine, fixes on the distant ocean through the large window, a palpable unease filling the space. Graham utters, "Because marriage changes people," a self-serving justification of his fear. His words hang heavy, revealing a profound fear of commitment and the inevitable changes it brings. In the beach house living room, Graham's face is a mask of strained sincerity, his eyes searching for understanding. The air thick with unspoken accusations, his words cut through like a cold blade, a confession offered as justification. Graham's voice slices through the tension. And I wanted to know which version of you I'd grow old with. The ultimate betrayal, framed as a rational choice, hangs heavy in the air. A chilling silence. In the beach house living room, the air grows heavy with unspoken accusations. Alina's gaze fixes on him, a soft yet damning observation in her eyes. The cold, hard truth of his calculated approach to their marriage hangs between them, now laid bare. Her voice cuts through the silence, sharp and revealing. You made a contingency plan. The weight of her words settles, a stark revelation in the quiet room. In the beach house living room, the duplicate woman stands, her posture subtly shifting, a chilling presence. Her eyes, cold and fixed, pierce through the air, holding an unspoken weight of revelation. The words she utters hang heavy. He never promised permanence. A stark, unyielding truth. Her voice, devoid of emotion, carves a path of ice through the room, leaving a lingering chill. The air crackles with the aftermath of her statement, a cold, hard truth settling in the silence. In the beach house living room, Alina's eyes fix on the duplicate, a silent plea for answers etched on her face. A heavy silence descends, thick with the weight of unspoken truths and a looming revelation. The air crackles with palpable tension, a shared secret now brutally exposed, leaving Alina stunned. Her expression shifts from disbelief to a dawning, stark realization of betrayal. A silent conspiracy against her unravels, her world tilting on its axis, her voice barely a whisper. Alina confronts the duplicate. You knew about me? The beach house living room is bathed in the soft, ethereal light of the ocean, creating a serene yet unsettling atmosphere. Alina stands, a barely perceptible tremor in her posture, her inner turmoil betraying the calm facade. A fragile question hangs in the air, threatening to shatter the quiet, a silent scream of uncertainty. Her thoughts race, a horrifying realization dawning. Her very being is subject to a cold annual assessment. It's a chilling implication, a constant, unspoken threat that suffocates her spirit. Alina whispers, "Does he choose?" Her voice barely audible, yet filled with a profound, terrifying vulnerability. The duplicate's calm, even voice hangs in the air, a chilling pronouncement that pierces the silence. I stare, transfixed, as their words echo. Every year, the truth settling like a heavy shroud. This single answer, a crushing piece of a puzzle, reveals the full, agonizing extent of Graham's deception. His emotional cowardice hangs heavy in the room, a palpable weight that suffocates all hope. In the beach house living room, Alina's unwavering gaze pierces Graham, a silent accusation hanging heavy in the air. 12 years of annual disappearances, once shrouded in mystery, now coalesce into a crushing, undeniable truth. Her eyes, wide with sudden realization, reflect the painful dawning of comprehension. The weight of the past settles upon her, transforming confusion into a stark, cold certainty. A tremor of emotion crosses her face as she confronts the painful reality. Alina's voice, barely a whisper, breaks the silence. And this year? Graham stands frozen, a profound realization dawning on him in the beach house living room. Both women are present, shattering the controlled experiment he thought he had meticulously crafted. The weight of their unexpected presence settles heavily upon Graham, a palpable burden. His carefully constructed world crumbles around him, revealing the true chaos beneath. A stark clarity washes over Graham. His decision is no longer his alone to make. The air crackles with unspoken tension as the gravity of the situation fully envelops him. In the beach house living room, Alina's fingers, steady and deliberate, hover over her wedding ring. The silver band, once a shimmering emblem of eternal love, gleams under the soft light. Her gaze is distant, reflecting a profound sorrow. As she contemplates the ring's cold weight, with a slow, agonizing motion, Alina begins to remove the ring, a silent farewell to a fading dream. The ring slips free, no longer a symbol of unity, but a stark reminder of a promise shattered. It lies in her palm, a lonely testament to a love that has tragically crumbled to dust. On the polished dining table, a single wedding ring rests, gleaming under the soft, ethereal light. Its solitary presence is a stark contrast to the vibrant, replicated life that surrounds it, hinting at a hidden sorrow. The ring, a symbol of broken promises, reflects the room's muted colors, a silent testament to a love lost. Each facet of the ring catches the light, a painful reminder of vows once exchanged, now shattered. It lies there, an unyielding declaration of a definitive act, severing ties that once bound two souls. The air hangs heavy with unspoken goodbyes, as the ring becomes a poignant centerpiece of an ending. Alina stands resolute in the living room, her stance unwavering, a silent declaration of her newfound strength. Her gaze pierces the air, a fiery resolve burning in her eyes as she reclaims her agency. She refuses to be a pawn, her spirit defiant against manipulation. Her voice cuts through the tension, sharp and clear. "You don't get to audition me." The words hang in the air, a powerful assertion of her autonomy, echoing in the silent room. Alina moves with a new resolve, her steps measured and deliberate. The air around her crackles with a quiet intensity, a woman transformed by unseen battles. She approaches the doorway, not as one fleeing, but as one executing a precise strategy. Her departure is a silent declaration, a calculated withdrawal from the fray. Each step carries the weight of her metamorphosis, leaving behind the ghost of who she once was. The threshold beckons, a portal to a future she has meticulously planned. In the doorway of a beach house, Alina stands, her face a mask of unreadable intent, her presence a chilling calm. Her voice, a whisper of ice, delivers a promise that hangs heavy in the air, cold and unforgiving. It is not just a promise, but a stark threat, a declaration of absolute dominion. Her words, "Next year, there won't be a choice," echo with an unsettling finality. Alina's gaze, unwavering and potent, seals her statement of ultimate control, leaving no room for doubt. A year later, the coastal town sprawls under soft gray skies, the wind whispering secrets through the tall grass. Two sleek, modern beach houses stand side by side, a silent testament to Alina's triumph. Alina, a quiet victor, gazes out at the vast ocean, a new companion by her side. Her silhouette against the horizon speaks of a game won, a destiny claimed with serene confidence.